The king looked delighted to be told by Father Christmas that he was at the very top of his good list today. His Majesty, 75, met Santa as he toured Ealing Broadway shopping centre in West London, where he was mobbed by hundreds of well-wishers. While his visit hadn't been announced in advance, word soon got round and huge crowds gathered to shake his hand and take selfies, some squealing in excitement. The king hadn't planned to meet the other big guy, but spotted his grotto while watching a dance performance by the Impact Theatre Group, who won the Queen's Award for Voluntary Service in 2018, and supports adults with learning difficulties. Charles smiled, waved and pointed at the red-suited figure and his elves, who greeted him back. Once the performance was over, His Majesty made a beeline for them. Santa, who also goes by the name of Keith Flaherty, said afterwards, "I asked the king if he was at a Sandringham this year, and he said he was. I asked him if he had enough room for the sleigh to park, and he said yes. I remarked that he looked very well, and the king said he had never felt better. I told him that was at the top of Santa's very good list, and he said, 'Really?' and sounded delighted. What a lovely man he is. We really had no idea he was coming, and it was such a shock that he came over to see us." Mr. Flaherty, from Worthing, added, "Honestly, what a good sport he is. What a delightful man. He wanted to know how long we were here, and I said until 3 p.m. on December 24th, and then we had to get back to the North Pole pretty sharpish. I love my job, not having to speak to grown-ups and spending my time chatting to sensible children." The king responded to the suggestion about him being at the top of the good list by saying, "Well, you never know, you can try." He also made a point of introducing himself to Santa's elves Alice Streeter, Sienna Robinson, and Rosie O'Shea.
Just panning round, guys.
Thank you.
So it's just panning round. Can you move for me?